Anatomy of a Fall is a movie that is being nominated for a whole bunch of awards at the Oscars this year, and other awards, I guess you could say. But this is a movie about a small family of three living in Switzerland, France, I forget where, living in the mountains. And the child, the boy, he goes for a walk, comes back, and finds his father dead on the ground to what appears to be a fall from the window. And from there, it turns into, was it a fall? Was it a suicide? Was it murder by his wife, who was the only person in the home at the time of the fall? This is such a great movie, such a tense movie, such a thrilling movie, really, in a sense. This is, for anyone who likes true crime, this is definitely a movie that is worth watching. For anyone that liked a movie like Gone Girl, this is a movie that is really worth watching. The entire movie, you are just going, what happened? By the way, Chester's in the background over there playing around with food, because I hide food in boxes to keep him entertained. Anyways, so this is one of those movies where you're just constantly guessing of what's actually going on. When the movie starts, you go, okay, it seems like it was a fall of some kind, an accident. Then things continue on, and you go, holy cow, did she murder her husband? And then things continue going on. Oh, was this man super depressed? Did he kill himself? It just gets more and more interesting as it goes on. And I was just so thrilled by this movie. This movie's 2.5 hours. It felt like maybe an hour and a half. It didn't feel that long at all. It is so well paced. It is so well shot. It is a French film. About half of it, though, is in English. So for those who are scared of foreign films, this might be a foreign film to check out. It also is good in the sense that there's, like, I know a lot of people who have said, I don't like reading movies, I feel like I'm missing the movie. This is a talking movie. Chester, what are you doing? Okay. This is a talking movie. This is a lot of the court case, essentially, that happens. Where'd you go? We're just over here. Chester. Anyway, so yeah, this is a lot of court case, and a very tense, interesting court case, because you just find information upon information upon information that just makes everything all the more interesting and more thrilling and intense. There are just so many great scenes, particularly with the son. The son is there's a particular scene that I absolutely loved. The son is talking about his parents, and it goes over to this side, and the camera sweeps over to this side, back to the son, and it was so beautifully done. There's also a particular scene that gave me goosebumps. It just kind of shook me. It's a particular flashback with an argument, and where this flashback kind of ends and what we just hear is insane. It shook me. And it is just so interesting. And this comes at a time, everything's kind of coming back to this Gypsy Blanchard stuff here. Because, it's all about, at the end of the day, we will never know for sure what a person's feeling, what a person's thinking, what actually happened behind closed doors where no one else was present. And this movie brought that up. Just what is your opinion, essentially? What makes the most sense? And this movie actually asked that question, essentially, to some characters. To a character in particular. What do you think? What do you feel? And I really enjoyed that. It's just, what do you believe? What do you, how do you feel? What do you think? And I just absolutely love that about this movie. Um, it is just so incredible. And it is shot so well. Um, you really feel, particularly, there's two particular characters that you really feel for: the wife, and the son, and even in the sense the father, who is murdered, or not murdered per se. He's dead. I mean, he's he's gone. I mean, we don't technically really see him alive. And I just found that fascinating. That I did care about him in a sense as well. It just through a couple flashbacks, but it is such a riveting story, such an interesting movie, so thrilling. As I was driving home from the theater, having watched this, I was asking myself, would this have made my top 10? I don't think it would have. It would have made my top 20 for sure, kind of thing. It would have made my honorable mentions. How about that? Um, the thing that stops it from being the top 10 for me is I'm never going to want to watch this again. I will maybe want to watch certain scenes, but I don't know if I ever want to watch this again. It is a movie that is, kind of troubling. But it is so interesting, and it just deals with so much also. But particularly, something else that really got me with it too is just children in situations like this in real life. Children that are having to go into a courtroom. What that does to a child. What that does to your brain. I just... excuse me. One more. I'm sorry, two more. I'm a liar. What it just does to a child to hear things, see things, have to form an opinion on his own parents, it is fascinating. Just such a great movie. If you get a chance to see this in the theater, seek it out. I'm sure it's going to be on streaming and such soon. Wait, let's see. Can you rent it right now? You can rent it actually right now. You can rent it. You can buy it. I prefer to see all my movies in theaters, as we know. We are, though, halfway through February here, almost at this point. So I might have to get a Netflix account and watch, the 5 movies that are really nominated on Netflix. I hate that. I don't like it. But might be what I have to do. Yeah. This movie, though, is just absolutely riveting. I just did not feel the runtime on this at all. I don't know how the court system works in France or Switzerland or wherever this takes place. I forget. It was really weird, though. There was one side wearing, Santa Claus robes and the other wearing, black robes. And, she can just stand up and talk at any point in time. She can literally, tell someone to shut up. I want to finish my sentence. It was really weird. And it was a little jarring for me. I think that's my one negative with this movie. Otherwise, this movie is near perfect for me. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. It's really good. Absolutely check it out. And it's fascinating. If you love a movie where you're guessing constantly, not necessarily given answers per se on everything right away, or at all, per se, this is a movie for you. Again, if you like a movie like A Gone Girl, even if you like a movie like Oppenheimer this year, because this is a lot of talking. There's a lot of just human conversations going on. And it was a movie that I just couldn't believe how much I was putting myself in each character's situation and going, how would I react to this situation? What would I do in this situation? And it was just fascinating. So you guys, Anatomy of Fall, 9 out of 10. It's absolutely in my honorable mentions of 2023. I almost do want to put it in my top 10 of 23 and switch it out, but I just don't want to watch it again, and that takes it out for me. I know it's a great movie. I know it's a 9 out of 10 kind of movie, but I don't want to watch it again, and that makes it really hard for me to put it in the top 10. So yeah, that is my thoughts and opinions on that. Tell me what you guys have thought if you have seen this one. Yeah, Oscars, they're what, a month away now almost at this point? So we're getting there. I'm excited. So you guys, I hope you have yourself a great night. Don't do anything I wouldn't do, and we will see you next time.